in the real-time projects and artificial intelligence. So today let's get into the session right now. Okay, I hope you're all well and you are able to listen to the sessions good. And the sessions must be is very interactive today. So if you have any doubts, I'm saying right now, if you have any doubts regarding the subjects and anything, you can ping me in the chat and wait up to the end of the session. So we'll clear you all the doubts. So good. Okay, let's get into the session, guys. So we are today going to see about generative artificial intelligence. It's a good thing. So we are all heard about the word artificial intelligence, but we are seeing today the generative artificial intelligence. What's the difference? We're having the term generative. Let's think before going to the generative artificial intelligence and the artificial intelligence. Let's have a basic knowledge. So I hope you all know. So the artificial intelligence right now is trending in all sectors, business, in any kind of thing. So why it has been trend? So what's the behind in that? Why the future is depend upon artificial intelligence? Why all the news regarding to that they are all saying the same way? Before that, I would like to show a few articles. It's not about an article kind of thing. It's a news which I have read. That means impact of AI on future. So what is the impact of the future job roles in an artificial intelligence? Let's see. So there is no reason and no way human mind can keep up with an artificial intelligence machine by 2030. You see, when machine thinks like a human, that's make an artificial intelligence. Like how the machines are being thinking like a human. Let's get into the session and we are learn lots of things. They are so at the end of the sessions, hope they're all good. So today, what are the things we are going to learn? So let's see. The first thing is so at the wait a minute. Uh, sorry. So I'm presenting my screen now. Is visible? So guys,
Yes,
my
yes.
screen is visible. Yeah, fine.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You're good understand, Mahesh.
So let's see this article. Impact on impact of an artificial intelligence on future job roles. So we can see the human intelligence can make an artificial intelligence in 2025. So how the machines thinks like a human? Let's come overcome this solution by these sessions. So we can see a lot of opportunities will be presented between human things in the future. Of robots, artificial intelligence. So 1.7 million jobs have been lost in automations in last since 2000. So how the automations are made? Hey guys, I believe someone is interacting with disturbing the session. So please off your mic. Hello, Elias. Now it's okay? Yeah, I think no voices is right now. The presentation is going on. Yeah, I hope you're all there. So let's get here. So today's agenda is let's say about so what is generative AI? So what's generative AI? Then what are the applications in generative AI? Then see what's an LLM and using that generative AI, let's get a hands-on experience. And then what are the things we are doing in a Python code and we can expect to that be visualized in an UI using the Streamlit. by the end of at the end of the by the end of the session you can learn so what is artificial intelligence, what is generative AI, what is LLM, what are the use case of it. So use case is nothing but it's an application. So applications of generative artificial intelligence in the real world. Then we can see how they trained. So how they train these kinds of concepts. So next we get how to handle the tool. How to handle the tool. So we are using some kind of the tool called it's Google Colab. So in this we are going to use the Python. In this we are going to use the Python for our session. So how effectively we are using, how we are accessing the generative AI kind of thing. And before going to that, so we just need to say, so we know some of the most best organizations in the world. So they also have an own AI. So what are the organizations we know like Google, so Amazon, Microsoft. So we can say these organizations are also the cloud providers. So Google provides the cloud like called GCP. You can say that Amazon provides AWS, Microsoft provides Azure cloud services. Azure cloud services. And these cloud providers also have an own artificial intelligence. It's a otherwise we can say it's a generative AI kind of. So Google have an Gemini AI and AWS is developing Amazon Q. So it's nothing Amazon Q. It's one type of an requirement satisfying business use cases. And Microsoft, we can have that. We can say it's in Chat GPT. So I hope you all know Chat GPT. So one of the best things so which have turned the world and turned the developers and lots of members are right now using the Chat GPT. So without Chat GPT, so most of us are not able to work. Most of the organizations are not working. So what they have done behind the field. Let's continue these workshops like up to every Saturdays and gain some more knowledge on AI and learn the artificial intelligence as very much. And today's agenda, let's discuss about agenda. Today's agenda is let's learn. So what is artificial intelligence? So it how it evolved. So how artificial intelligence evolved. Next discuss about types of artificial intelligence. Then after that, so generative AI. What is generative AI? So let's talk about today's topic about full and full generative AI. So and what are the applications of generative AI? So we can call generative AI or other well as a Gen AI in a short form. So generative AI or we can call as a Gen AI. And what is LLM? It's large language model. Then another thing is So using one of the generative AI, it's called Gemini. I said here Google's one of the AI is Gemini. Then we are using Google's Gemini AI and using the tool Google Colab. We are going to work and we're getting a hands-on experience using the AI tool. So these are the topics we are going to cover, guys, and at the end of the sessions you will learn, so you will also know about what's an AI and how it evolved, types of AI, generative AI, what are the applications you see, what are the applications we are using the generative AI. So what is large language model. Next, so using generative AI, so Google's one of the generative Google's developed AI generative AI is called so Gemini. It's developed by Google, and using this Gemini AI, we are using, and then using the Google Colab, we are working on hands-on. We are getting hands-on experience how to use the AI tool. So we can use in we can use these projects in our college final year project. So we can use these projects as our college final year projects also. So let's get into the session. So what's generative AI? So let's discuss about this. Hope you're all well. So before that, we are going to say, so what's an artificial intelligence? I hope see. So we can see when we are typing an artificial intelligence. So it's saying that artificial intelligence is a field of science, so concerned with building the computers and machines that can reason and learn, act such a way that would normally require a human intelligence. So I would not like say like this. Just see here, we have a machine. So the machine can learn using the algorithm. Before that, we need to say the human learning pattern. The how human learns. For example, if we are seeing any image, dog or cat, we can say, so we can say that, so it's dog or the cat kind of thing. How we are saying, because someone said that this is, so this is dog and this is cat, like the same. How this someone said, who is that someone? We can say even a parents, teachers, and etc. So like this, how someone saying, or we can say that's as in teaching, how they are teaching us something, like the same way we are teaching the machines to learn. So we are teaching the machines to learn the pattern how human are learning in the way. So how the machines will learn? So machines will basically learn by an algorithm based one. So machines will learn based upon the algorithm. So we can say when the machine is learning, so that's the term they are in IT industry they're using as a machine learning. So we have a data, and based upon those data, machine will be learned under the human supervision. So based upon the data, machine will be learned under the human supervision. Why the human supervision is needed? So when our parents are teaching something, or teachers are teaching something to us, they will say what's right and what's wrong. Now, so what's right and what's wrong. So like the same thing, under the human supervision, your machine is going to learn. Your machine is going to learn based upon the algorithm. So it's a algorithm is a mathematical. So mathematical algorithms. We will be discussed in a furthermore workshops. So based upon it's a sessions to understand how it's working methodology. So basic. Okay, machines will be learned under the human supervision. So we having the data, and machines will be learned human supervision based upon the mathematical algorithms what we are using. So we will human will supervised here to correct what's wrong with the data and what's wrong with the data. So why the term data science and AI is evolved? AI, data science and AI is evolved. So we can say in early 2000s we have the improvement in internet. So when internet getting rises, so when the internet gets rise, at the time itself we have an data is also gets improved. So when we having lots and lots of data right now, from 2000s to 2024, right now we having nearly 180 petabytes of data. From to this year, 180 plus petabytes of data. Based upon this data, what we are going to do something meaningful. So we can say what someone asked about this. So what is data, sir? So we can, what is data? So we can say data is in everything. Even for example, a name is about the data, an age is about the age is the data, and what are the classes you're studying is also data. So articles we are reading, right? Articles we are reading. So this is a data. Data is not, it's some information which we are getting. So it's a raw information. Data is an raw information, you can see. So based on this raw information, what we are going to do? So right now, according to the 2024, in 2024, we reaching nearly 180 plus petabytes of data. Like we can say like million, trillion, billion kind of thing. Like that, it's also these quintillion petabytes. So it's a numerical term, so which indicating that how much of the data. So like million, trillion, these much of data we have in these based on the data, what we are going to do something as meaningful thing. So we can use the data to analyze something, and you can work on for further. For example, we can say based upon based upon Twitter tweet. So I think all knows about the Twitter tweets, how they tweeting. We can say even that tweet is negative or positive. How? we are using these data and we are applying to the machine learning. We are applying the machine learning, teaching the machines to learn. So what is positive feedback and what's negative, and we are getting, so it's what's negative and what's positive. So based upon the post, it will be reach high. For example, if a post is positive, then it will reach much more. If post is negative, why then it will also reach. When it's an awareness, when it's kind of, when it's an awareness kind of post giving the negative thing, so it will reach, because the human needs to get the insights from that. Like that, having based on Twitter tweets, we can say that it's a positive tweet or negative tweet. For example, in Amazon, we are buying some product. How we will buy? The first thing we are saying is rating. Just see about the rating is 4 to 4.5. Then we are applying the filters. So what are the filters we are applying? Then price range. I need to be the price range from 1000 to 1500. So guys, just assume based on anything. So 4 to 4 point. First thing is product need to be in good rating. Then the price range to be in the 1000 to 1500. Then we are seeing the reviews. So how the reviews they are giving according to rating, how reviews are given. If the reviews are being positive about the product, then we will buy. Then we will buy the product. Like the same way, we are using those algorithms, and we are applying, by applying those things, machine learning. So we are teaching some other machines, and we are getting some meaningful insights from that. So in these 180 petabytes of data, more than 80 percentage of data are an unstructured. So unstructured data. So these unstructured data we can call as text data, PDF data, and other kind of data. So that's one kind of text data is an we're getting tweets from others. So what are the tweets we're getting? And what are the reviews they are given, user given reviews. So based upon a normal data, we are buying in a product. If you are seeing any company's review, so if the company is calling for an interview, first thing we are going to see is about the company reviews, how the old employee given the reviews to the companies. If the salary is good, if the salary is bad. The same thing. How we are human, how we are using it this much and effectively. Like the same way, using those data, we're training the machines, and we are saying, so this tweet is negative kind, this tweet is positive kind, like that. Okay, we are seeing that machine learns from the data. But when I need to, when I'm saying machine need to learn like human. So how human sees all the good and bad, then human will learn human will learn by experience. Human will learn by an experience. Like that, machine needs to learn by experience. In that phase, we are getting an artificial intelligence. So how the human is learned by some experience. For example, I done one thing yesterday. For example, I just went out of my class and I'm going to movie. Someone seen and says it's a bad. So what they will say, so it's a bad thing. So what we need to do, we not need to do like the same. It's a human intelligence. don't. It's a human. How human? So he experiencing one thing from bad, and he are learning from that. So here we can see he can he learning from the past experience. He's learning from the bad past experience, and he correcting it now. Like the same, machines also learn by the past experience. And it's correct itself. It's called an artificial intelligence. So in a simple terms, we can say here. So why we are using an artificial intelligence? Kind of. It's make prediction based on the existing data. Existing data. So we can see here that's an existing data. Existing data is nothing but an past experienced data. So it makes predictions. How? So if the person, I said one boy, see, he cut the school and went for a movie, and someone says it's a bad habit, and he overcome that, and he went going to school. How? He went to school and someone said it's a bad. So that bad is in a past experience. That's in a past existing data, and he can what he are doing. Then he recorrecting it, and he going to the next part of it. Going to the next thing. So let's see what are the, so wherever we are using an artificial intelligence. So how does AI work? So we can see here where specific AI techniques. Its principles revolves around the data. So to work on any AI kind of thing, we need an data. So data is a much more important thing in the world to create any kind of artificial intelligence. If we are type on any artificial intelligence kind of thing, so how human brains work, the same impact we need to create in the machine. It's called an AI. So human brains work with neurons and the neurons in the brain. Like the same in artificial intelligence also, we are creating the artificial neurons to work. So here human having the neurons, and it's connected to the brain, and if we touch in some place, it will sense to our the brain. Like the same, when we are sending the past data to an AI, so how we are sending? We are sending in the way of creating the artificial neurons. So that's the methodology of how AI works, the right scenario. So what's AI? So AI is about, so based on the past data, so it predicts the future ones. For example, we can say 2, 4, 6, and suddenly we give an underscore and we given the question mark. So what's the answer? We know, so all the things are following the pattern like it's a even number. So then difference between those numbers are 2. So the next predicted will be the 8, because we can see 2 to 4 we having the difference of 2. Like the same 4 to 6 we having the difference of 2. Like the same in 6 the next number, the difference must be 2. Then it will say it's an 8. That's how AI works. Based upon the past data, it will predict in the future ones, and it will say what's its exact value. about one thing to say, it will not say as an 100 percentage. 100 percentage. It will give the answers as 90 plus percentages to 99 percentage, because we cannot able to say, so I will provide 100 percentage solution to all, so I will give 100 percentage things to all and all these things. So what are the fields we are using an AR? What are the fields we are using artificial intelligence? Let's get into that. We can see, so how human evaluation. Let's see, we can see here from this olden to the human and human to it's revolving to the artificial intelligence. This picture is indicating the clear thing how the human evaluations comes to an artificial intelligence evaluation also. And while seeing this picture, so what the thing you can able to see? In just 10 years, both cameraman and the pilot lost their jobs. Thinking how? It's because of the automation in AI. So AI comes in every field, not only in IT. In using of an artificial intelligence, we are making such a sensible one. We can see now the drones cameras will come. So when so lots of benefits is there using an AI while doing the same work by man. If the work done by an AI, we have lots of benefits. We can say if the person falls down, then he will die. But if the drone's camera falls down, nothing will lose. Only the cost is lost. So we have a benefit here. Why we need of the data science and along with an AI kind of. So we can say that 180 zettabytes. So data generated by 2025 will be an very high. We can say in every data. So what are the things I have said, right? The same things we can see here. So 80% of the data are very unstructured. So unstructured is about PDF data, text data, voice, audios, videos. These all data are in very unstructured data. So daily production. So we having these much of data sets. Let's go in. Based upon using the data, we are making a meaningful insights. So that's make sense. So we can see, so what's in structured data and unstructured data? Normal Excel file and CSV file we have, it's in structured and other things data are in unstructured part of it. So what are the things I have said here? So about so what's data and how it's working. So why we are using those data. So the same things is covered. Let's say now, so AI is, we know that what's AI is. So artificial intelligence is nothing but based upon the past data. So it predicts the future. It trained with lots of data. So enormous of data. It's trained with enormous amount of data to predict the next ones. Then how it was trained? It was trained like human. So how human think? Like AI think. So this and AI. When we can then we can say what are the types in AI? We can see some of the types. Strong AI. So weak AI. Yeah. what is strong AI, and we can see what is weak AI. So we can so strong AI can do all. For example, we seen some of the robotics movie and we seen the Avengers, those kinds of things. And AI do all work. For example, it responding to others, then doing the work in office, in home, and it's listening music, singing song, it's giving the projects, then it's teaching. If some etc. So if some AI does all the work kind of thing, then we can say it's a strong AI. Right now we don't have any kind of strong AI. So in maybe future we'll have the in future we will have a strong AI. Hey guys, now it's hearing. Wait a minute. Yeah. Did you hear my voice right? Yeah. Yes, okay, fine. Oh, so right now, what are the things we are using are all are in a weak or narrow AI. So what is why we are saying this in a weak AI or narrow AI? So these artificial intelligence are trained on specific tasks. So what is the specific task we can say? So what are the AIs we know right now is so chat GPT we know and Gemini AI. So what are the workshop we are going? So Gemini AI we know. Llama Llama 2. It's one kind of AI developed by Meta guys. So it's Meta. We know the Facebook Meta. So it's developed by Meta. Right now its version is changed Llama 3.1. So right, all are using most of all the business requirement peoples in the offices in IT industries are using the Meta AI for the work and for to get the requirement satisfied. So these ChatGPT is trained for so human language understanding AI. So this ChatGPT is trained for human language understanding AI. So these are narrow, some specific task AI. For example, if you are saying some AI is trained to trained to identify the blood pressure, blood pressure. That is narrow AI. For example, some other AI is trained to solve mathematics. That is an error. Like that, ChatGPT is trained for to understand the human language. So how the human conversation is like the same, it make a sense, and it is trained with large amount of data that we can see in LLM part. So I will say how it was trained also. Gemini is also trained on large things. So it was trained with 75 plus languages. 75 plus languages. You can say right now we are using an English. You can ask the chat GPT in Tamil also. So let's Telugu or some kind of thing. Let's go to chat GPT. Hey, just I am starting an interaction with chat GPT. What is saying? Hi, how can I assist you? See, when I am asking about write the poem in Telugu, so it writing the Telugu. Like this, it was trained with a 70, 75 plus languages. So we can say, so when you are last updated, so it's saying that until 2020. So we are using the older version. So right now we are having, so we are using 3.5 version. So it's updated up to that one. So if you use the current versions, it will be updated more. We can use some more updated versions of the chat GPT and it will be the cost. So we can see here upgrade plan. So what is the upgrade plan? If you are going to access any GPT-4 or 4.0, it's 5x more than GPT 4.0. So we need to USD dollars. So it's very cost. So we are using the free versions right now. So all are using the free version. Some of the IT industries can use the paid versions of that, paid versions of those things. And we are going to see about the Gemini AI. It's one type of a generative AI. Generative AI is nothing but it's generate. In that word itself, we can say generate. So wants to generate. It can generate the text. It can generate the image. It can generate the audios. It can generate the videos. Before that, we are seeing deep faking. So I think all one know in news also it came like deep faking kind of thing. For example, image. If we asking any image kind of Rashmika, it will generate. AI will generate the image. So if AI is trained to predict the future based upon the past data, if one thing is trained on past data to predict the future, future is AI. Based upon the given question, it generates the data. So generate the data. We can say data as a synthetic data. Synthetic data is means artificially generated data. Artificially generated data done by generative AI. So that's we are going to see right now. So based upon the past data, machine will be trained and the machine predicting the future. It's normally called an AI, artificial intelligence. So it's work in the human brain. It work in the human intelligence. Work in the human intelligence method. When when a machine produce the synthetic data, that means of artificially generated data, it generate an artificial data, then it's called a generative AI. Let's ask the chat GPT itself what it will generate in kind of thing. Generate that. So it's saying, so just we ask the question, right? Generate the data on poems. So it's types of poems: haiku, sonnet, free verse, acrostic, limerick. So it's generating lots and lots of things. So ChatGPT is one of the generative AI. So we can see here, so applications of generative AI. We can in applications of generative AI, we can see lots and lots. That's one type of applications. It's this art and design, music composition, content creation. Right now in LinkedIn, we are writing an articles. So we can directly ask the Chat GPT or another AI to create the content. So asking create the content for blog post on traveling. So it's writing a generating the contents. One time of the real time example we can say here. So enhancing the journey, the joys and benefits of traveling. Let's go. So we are not using the chat GPTs and we are using the Gemini AI. So let's go to the Gemini AI and we can see how it was came for the thing. Gemini is in a chat we can use as a chatbot, a text generation AI. So it was developed by Google. So one type of so said, hello Hemant. So how can I help you today? If we prompt here, hi, that's what it will do. Hi. So just asking, generate the image of wait a minute. No. So we'll generate image using the Gemini AI. For that, we are using the Google Colab right now. So let's open the Google Colab, guys. So if possible, if you have laptop with you and the good internet connection, we can use the Google Colab and we can open the new notebook. So it's free of cost. Why we are using the Google Colab? So we can say free of cost. They will provide the GPU along with the memory. It's a cloud-based working system. So if we run this something, so you're saying start coding with generative AI. If I say hi Python, in this in this also it's generating the text and it's given one thing is prompt. So what's prompt is here. When coming to part of an AI, we need to know the term prompt. Prompt is a very important now. So we can, if we are speaking with a human, we can call by any language. So speaking with some person or we command or instruct. So we're giving some instructions to some students. So learn artificial intelligence. I am saying in some language which they understand. Which they understand. Even it's Tamil, so Telugu, English. I'm conveying the same matter in a I am conveying to some person like the same way we are conveying something to an in AI. It's based on the prompt only. Prompt is about so user query AI so will react based on that. Right, I asked before that I shown you the lots I shown you the examples like So create the content blog post for travel. So this is my prompt. Based upon my prompt, it's created. For example, if I edited this one, so blog post on colleges in India. Second time, so when I changed the prompt, so this is called prompt. Sure, it's saying the comprehensive guide to colleges in India. But then based upon my prompt, it will change. If you are working with any kind of AI, we need to know the how to prompt to an AI to get the correct way, correct responsive output. So nowadays prompt engineers are high. Why prompt engineers? We can say so. Why means because all are developing the AI tools. So if we are developing something, we need to know how to use. So that's why prompt engineers come in here. Okay, guys. So we have discussed about artificial intelligence and what is generative AI and those kinds of things. Let's get into the topic. So right now we are using the generative AI. Using Gemini AI, we are seeing an hands-on experience how to create, how to prompt using how to use prompt and how we make a chatbot and how it's generating image. So those kinds of things we can see here. So what are the things we are going to learn? So using AI, text generation, so chatbot working, objects detection. These are all we are going to do by using one of the tool by called Gemini AI. It's developed by Google. So I hope all you open the Google Colab. So just once I am saying again, so just open Google Colab. If we open the Google Colab, we can see here. So then go to the new notebook and open the new notebook here. Then along with that, how we are using the Gemini AI. So just go to Google AI Studio. So here we can get the free access of an API key. If we sign in, we can able to get the free key here, and based using those key we can access the AI for it's opening. So we having so it's open right now. I'm saying hi. Wait a minute. So it's executing. See, you can see here. So hi, what can I assist for you today? Like that, and we can see here. So it was already I sign in. If you are not sign in that, just sign in and go and click just get API key. So when I am clicking the get API key, we can able to get the, we can see this kind of post. So here free of charge. So why we are using Gemini AI, why we are not using the chat GPT is because it's a free of cost. We can able to access it as free. So we need to get the API key. So when it was when I created in November 22, 2020. So last year I have created, now I'm using. If you need to create, so just click create the API key. So for example, my first project, I'm giving, so create API key in existing project. Just if we create this, we can use those API key for our project. So this project, so what I'm doing, so I already created, I am using this API key itself. So just copying this API key and storing in some place. Just here. Then if you click this code, it will extend to the next cell. Then we can able to code here. Before using, so we need to install some of the packages. We need to install some packages. The first package is, so just pip install Google Generative AI. Then we need to install Streamlit. We are going to install. So pip install. So it's guiding. We can see here when I started pip install stream, it's showing MLIT. So Streamlit. So that's they are implemented here also. So before going to that, we need to connect with the GPU. So we are connecting to the runtime. So what the runtime we are using? So we can access CPUs, GPUs kind of thing from here. For example, we are using the normal laptop. In normal laptop, we connect with the CPU. When coming to the cloud platform, we having the GPUs, it's like graphic process units, and some other is called tensor process units. These kinds of things. So just change the runtime type. Right now I am accessing the CPU. So CPU is enough. So just save it. So we can see here in the RAM and disk. What are the RAMs they're providing? System RAM. So they're providing the 12.7 GB. In the disk space is 107. So that's why we are using the Google Colab here. Then just install it. So requirement already set. So we have already installed in this. So here we can see here itself. So we are accessing that AI using the API key. We are not directly accessing. So if we need to access any kind of thing, so we need to go on API key based. Then what we having Gen AI. So we are connecting. We are connecting with the generator. So what the so GURE, okay, Con Figure. Wait a minute. So we use the API, so not as a API key. API. It's, so it's connected with now it's connected with this. And what are the models they have made? Let's see the model. Just for models in GenAI. GenAI model. Print. Print models. So what are the models they developed by the Google Gemini? So model chat vision, text vision, so model for embeddings, model pro vision, then model for flash, model for text embed, model aqua. So these much of models we have. We are just using the some models here. So not all models. We are using Gemini Pro models. We are going to use the Gemini Pro model for our text generation and chatbot application, and then we are going to use Gemini Flash or Gemini Provisions. So these models we can use. So I think Provision recent articles in I think Provision is upgraded to the Flash kind of thing. Let's see here. So mod equal to GenAI. When we click directory of GenAI, so we can see here, based on using this, these are the attributes of the GenAI. So based on GenAI, we can see get file, get model, get generate text. We can generate text. What we are going to, so we are using the generative model. GenAI.generative model. So what the model we are going to use right now, as I said, so Gemini Pro. Gemini Pro. So just click here and then mod. So it's showing that model name, it's model Gemini Pro generate config. So we are not included any kind of thing. So we are treating the Gemini Pro model. So based on this Gemini Pro model, we are generating the text kind of thing. So just so how we are going to prompt. More. So what I'm asking, name some Indian cricket players. So it's giving. Wait a minute. And we are storing in some variable. So just call it response. Then so you can see name some Indian cricket players. It's named as Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Ravindra Jadeja, Mohammad Shami, KL Rahul. So instead of that, we can ask some more questions. So this is prompt what I have done here. So we can give some of the names for prompt. So when I am giving a prompt, so name some famous chef in India. So when getting the output from this, shown us Vikash Khanna, Sanjeev Kapoor, so we can see this much of famous chefs we can see in India. So how we are interacting with this? Then we can start an chatbot model. So how? So like the same how the user included, like it also we can see how chatbot using Gemini Pro. So run this. Just chat it again. Mod. So mod is not. We can see here mod. So mod is nothing but where I have stored the model. So that is I am using as a mod. Mod dot start chat. We can see here when I click the start chat, it's saying history equal to like this. It will store the history. Then while true question equal to, so user input, user need to give the question input. So what my question, so I am giving like just my question to identify what are the questions I'm asking to them here. Then if question equal to, so when it I'm saying just excite with my conversation, then what it need to do, it need to break the conversation. Then we say response, or we can say so answer from the chatbot, answer equal to chat dot send friend. So we are printing those answers. So what are the answers is given, so we're printing those. Just we can say, so we are giving bot. When I'm asking my question, hi, just I given the enter, it's working. Wait a minute. So answer dot get text and stop here. So bot generated. So greetings, how you are? So I am fine. How about you? So I am doing great, thanks. I always will assist you with the information of my greeting. So how it's working? So we are asking some, how we are asking like a conversation, and it's going good. So we are asking, oh, what is artificial intelligence? So it's given the answers. So artificial intelligence refers to emerging field of computer science focused on creating. There's been lots of interests. We can see in healthcare in AI, finance in AI, education. So it's given along with whatever wherever we are applying the artificial intelligence. When I need to stop the conversation with this, so I am giving exit. Okay, it stopped. The conversation gets stopped here. Like that, we can make a choice. We can use this for a chatbot kind of thing, like we can converse with an artificial intelligence. It's another kind of an use case in this. Now just deal with an image detection. So it's very interesting image detection part. So for that we are going to install some packages. So one of the packages called Streamlit. So Quick install Streamlit. So we are installing the Streamlit, and another thing we are going to install, quick install. Wait a minute. npm install local tunnel. We can ask what's the Streamlit. So Streamlit is one kind of a cloud platform, or it's a framework, so where we can visualize our projects or any kind of thing in a website. So we can visualize like this. So if I'm creating any applications, I need to show to some of my client, and how I will just visualize using the Streamlit. We will see here, so how we are visualizing. So just install these two things. Then we are import. How we have done, like Google generative AI as Gen AI, like the same we are using Streamlit as ST. Next, import Google dot Google generative as Gen AI. Then we are handling at images. So what we are doing, from fill import image. If you are going to open any kind of images, at the time we need to use these kind of packages here. So we install the packages. If you are running any kind of thing, first thing is install the required packages. So we install the required packages, and we are importing those packages. We imported already, and we need to access the Gemini model. So how we access? So API key. So we already given the API key here, where we can get here. So I think. So we given API key and API.configure. So next thing is we are accessing a Gemini API key using the Gemini AI using API kind of thing. So we install, then we are writing in header. So what? Image analytics detection. Google Gemini. So we are just giving what we are going to do using the Google Gemini AI. We are detecting or analyzing any kind of image. Then we need to, if we are image means it's we need to upload some files. So image files kind of thing. So for that I'm saying upload file. So upload file st dot so file uploader, then upload image. Then we are saying, so what type of images I need to upload. So I not provide all type. So what are the types of images? So JPG, you can see PNG images, then JPEG. So these type of images I'm going to upload. Okay. So then we are checking if upload file. If upload file is not none. So none is if we need to say upload file is not to be empty. So an image equal to image dot open upload file. st dot image, and so image So image dot open. So if upload file is, if they are not uploading any file, it will not take. So if they are uploading any file, so it will take and it will validate. So we uploaded the image. So then what we are going to do? So we are going to prompt. So what we are going to prompt? Enter the text here. So enter what to do. Just saying. Uploaded and we are given the prompt. So what to do with this here? If user types anything, so it will take. Then so what the model we are using now? GenAI dot. So what are the model we are using? So we are going to use Gemini 1.5 Flash. So that model will be useful for the image kind of thing. So if you're asking any questions regarding the images and to work on the image analytics, we are using the Gemini 0.5 Flash, and we are getting response equal to. So generate content. So and what we are doing? Prompt, comma, image. So if you're giving the prompt and image, it will be generate those kind of contents. Let's see here. So return the code and we are going to run. So what we need to do run is, if we run the Streamlit application, it will go in a web page and it will show in a user interface, normal user interface. Like sound is stopping. So for that, what we are doing is, we are just writing this in a app file format. So to write this in an app file format, for example, let's see here. So percentage write app.py. So we are writing in an application like .py file. So any Python file we are going to run, it will be in .py. So wait a minute. Write file. So we return the file here. So you can see, if we can see here, it came here. So what are the code we have written in app.py? We can download and we can see how the app.py is. We can go to downloads, edit with notepad. What are the code we have written in that? We can see here also. So app.py. We're going to run these in a web page. So how to run? Here. So just a minute. Just I am explaining how to run in local machine. Then we will go to how to run in Google account. First, just open and account up. So we are just opening the prompt. Then we are giving CD and we are giving the directory. So where app is that? So just go to this properties and security. So general. Before that, we need to activate our environment. Go on down. Don't activate any app. We activated, so we are typing Streamlit. Because we are using the Streamlit only. If when we type the stream, it install the Streamlit application, then we can run this application in our local. So to run that particular, so what are the package we need to install is just see here, pip install Streamlit, Google Generative AI and Pillow. So we are so Streamlit for web host, Google Generative AI for accessing those AI, and Pillow is for an image. Just coming to this part, I'm giving here just install. So actually I already installed Streamlit, Google Generative AI and other things. Install, so it's showing that requirement already satisfied. Then we need to change the directory. So where the image, if we are getting some images, when we see the location of that app.py, then copy that path by saying cd. So change directory to this path. Then we are running Streamlit run. What is that name? App1. So we can copy this app1 dot py. Wait a minute. We change the directory. So it's giving an access. We can see this. So we given the app.py file. So where we can see it's in a downloads, and we are given the downloads location. Documents to, we change the directory to downloads, and we are running. How to run this? Streamlit run, and what is the file name? App.py. If we run app.py, it's get into the some kind of web page. What we have done? Image analytics detection using the Google Gemini AI. You can see here. So why we are written st.header image analytics detection using the Google Gemini AI. So enter what to do with this image. Same thing we can see here. So like the same, we are uploading an image and we are going to use those kind. Wait a minute. Going to the path and just refresh it once how it was looking like. So image analytics and just browse any files. Going to downloads, we having two images. We can see here the what are the types of format, JPG file and PNG file. So I just opening the PNG file. You can see it was the best times, it was the worst times. And the age of wisdom, the age of foolishness. We can see some kind of sentences in the images. Then just type here. So what we can see in this image. Get response. I'm looking that. So to get the responses, you can see here. So it's running. It will take so much of time. So because based upon our system performance only, it will take the time. It's so what are the major what we can see in this image. So if we get this, to see here. So using Streamlit, what are the things we can do is we can print, we can record these things, and we can able to post this to the some web pages. And when we are building some kind of the resumes, other time we can give. So in Streamlit, I have done some projects, so you can see those kind of projects. So see here in Streamlit. So Streamlit is an open source Python framework for the data scientist. So data scientists and artificial intelligence developers, we can able to work within a simple AI. We can able to access it in a free thing, and they are providing the cloud access to. We can based on the cloud, we can see anything in anything in the any place just by accessing the links. Links is enough. So we can see as localhost is 8501. It's still running, guys. So I think it will take the time. We'll see. Application. So open the Google Colab. The performance.